What's up and welcome to this stretching routine. I want to start this off by saying thank you so much for being here and being so open-minded to stretching. By now you probably already have an idea of the benefits of this, but I do want to go through a couple of them with you. So the first one being is that flexibility in your limbs, in your joints, in your muscles is going to help you to get into a better range of motion, get better mobility, and feel better on a daily basis. What this is also going to help you out with is to get into a state of relaxation. Whenever you train your muscles and you train your body with flexibility, you actually are able to get into a state of deep relaxation a lot faster. So this is really a great thing whenever you are about to go to sleep. Doing some stretching before bed after you do like a slight little warm up is going to be perfect for getting you into a great deep sleep. Stretching is also great for after you are done with a workout, after you've done a cardio session or anything like that. Getting in a little bit of stretching is going to not only improve your flexibility, but I've also seen it decrease DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness. So you might see a decrease in how sore you're getting after your workouts. So as you can see, this is a pretty awesome thing. And this is something that you can do with the whole family. You can do this anywhere. You can stretch throughout your day at your desk, all kinds of stuff. So what we're going to be doing tonight is a little bit of a mobility warm up to get a couple of your joints warmed up before we go into the stretches. These stretches are going to be 3 by 30-second holds for each of them. I'm going to be using my watch to track that, so you can actually stretch along with me in this video. I'm so excited to have you here and doing that with me. And yeah, so from there, what we're going to do is those 3 sets of 30-second holds for each thing. And each stretch, I want you to go to an RPE of 3 to 5. So this doesn't have to be super high intensity. They've actually found that lower intensity, short bursts of static stretching can be really beneficial for most people. So if you are doing 5 to 7 days a week of stretching, then that 3 by 30 to 60 seconds is a great range to start in for how long and how much you should be doing this. But if you're just starting out, I recommend doing maybe 3 days and just doing like 1 30-second stretch for each of the different muscle groups. And what you should find is that you start to feel a lot better from it. You get better sleep, and then you can start adding on from there if you'd like to increase the frequency and the volume of what you're doing with this. So we're going to start off by doing a little bit of a warm up. So get in your comfy clothes if you're not already, and we are going to start off with some neck cars. So we're just going to put our hands underneath of our legs like this. If you can't get in this position right now, if this does hurt your knees at all, then you can go ahead and go into a completely seated position and put your hands underneath. So whatever feels best for you, we'll do that. And this is going to be a 40 to 50% irradiation. So what you want to do is create internal tension. So you don't want to just be rolling your neck around like crazy. Think of like flexing every single muscle that you can. So we're going to do chin comes down, rotate to the side, side bend and around. You want to make this nice and slow. You're probably going to hear me hit this mic, but nice and slow, and think of creating that tension. We're just going to do this for 4 reps. You should feel your neck possibly cracking around. I know mine is. And you should feel your neck starting to warm up a little bit. Awesome. Next, we're going to go into our shoulder cars. So you can, again, do this seated. If you cannot do it seated in this position or up a little bit, then I suggest standing up for this one. So we're going to go hands, palms facing up, and we're going to be externally rotating thumbs out. And think of creating that internal tension up into your shoulders. You're going to rotate around and pull it back as far as you can. And then rotate so that your pinkies are facing forward here at the end. So we're gonna do the same thing on the way back. Make sure you got room here. And good. So keep fighting for that rotation in your thumbs here. And just go for what feels good for you. So we don't ever want to push past pain. So if anything is hurting, you can decrease your range of motion with these. Awesome. We're going to do one more of these. Good. You should start to notice your shoulders warming up now. So now we've got our neck warmed up. We've got our shoulders warmed up. Awesome. We're going to do just a couple of our elbow cars. So your palms are going to be facing up. We're going to rotate palms down and extend. We're just going to do a couple of these. We'll do 3 and then rotate back with your palms still up. We'll go the opposite direction now. So you should start to feel your elbows warming up, and then we're going to go right into our wrist cars. So drawing that circle with your fingers, with your ninja hands, and then we're going to rotate back around the other way. Awesome. Just get a couple of those. You should feel everything warming up. Awesome. Next, we're going to go into our hip cars. So with our hip cars, I'm going to do this on a quadruped. So this is going to be just like this on your hands and knees. And we're going to try your best to keep your spine right in a line, just like this. Rotate and pull your knee out, rotate around and down. And then we're going to donkey kick up and pull it back around. Awesome. That's 1 rep. So we're going to do these for 4. And you should really start to feel your hip warming up with this little motion here. Good. Keep it up. Now we're going to do it on the other side. So same thing. Stay in your quadruped. Try your best not to let your body go all over the place. Really think of that internal tension and flexing all of those muscles to get your leg coming around. Good. And if you haven't already, play some relaxing music or something like that at night. It can help you to really get into feeling this and feeling it good. So the next one we're going to do is going to be our knee cars. So we're going to be in a seated position. You're going to rotate your foot and your shin out, extend, rotate in and back down. We're going to do that for 3, and then we're going to rotate the opposite way. So we're going to start here at the bottom, come back up and go the opposite direction for 3 of those. You should really start to feel your body warming up, a little bit warmer here. Good. And then we will do the other side. You want to warm up your muscles. This is going to help to get into the stretches a little bit. I like to think of it like, go ahead and go the opposite way. I like to kind of think of it as ice cubes. So ice is rigid and cold, and whenever it is melted, it is more fluid. Kind of think of your muscles in a similar way, right? Next, we're going to do leg goes in a chokehold, and you're going to do your ankle cars. These are my absolute favorite. They really get my legs feeling a lot better. I get just achiness into my ankles sometimes, and these have been helping so much to get that down, especially with leg days and things like that. My mobility and my stretching has been helping so much just so that I feel good on a daily basis, because before I got into these things, my body was just stiff and tight all the time. It was not a good feeling. All right, so we're going to be into our stretches now. So we're going to start off with a simple hurdle stretch. You're going to pull your foot back as far as you can. And then this leg is going to be straight. If you feel any tension behind your knee here, go ahead and bend your knee just a little bit. We want to be feeling this in your hamstrings. And if you're feeling it a ton in the back of your leg, then this could cause some issues with your sciatic. And we don't want that happening, right? So just keep that slight bend. What you can do is you can add a prop in. I have a foam roller that I'll use sometimes, and I will stretch like this. It still stretches into my hamstring a little bit. You can also use a pillow or something like that. So we're going to get into our first 30-second hold here. Let me get my timer going. And if you are feeling a lot of tension over here in your hip, that's totally okay. I get tight here a lot, and this position can be kind of hard. So what you can do instead is you can do a figure 4 stretch too. So you can go this direction with it, or you can do the hurdle stretch, whichever one feels best for you. All right, and we're gonna start our first static stretch now. So you're going to reach forward. This is called a full range of motion stretch. You're gonna go as far as you can without a whole lot of pain. We're going to get into about 30 to 40% of pain for this. And while we're doing this stretch, you're going to think of breathing. And this is going to be how you allow your body and your central nervous system to relax into the stretches. So you're going to breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Good. And then we are going to find that we get into that stretch a little bit further. Okay. So whenever you're into it, we're going to breathe in through your nose, exhale, long exhale. And you're going to feel on that inhale that things stretch out a little bit more. And then you're going to exhale and relax deeper into the stretch. Okay, we're going to go into our next set here. Go ahead and stretch. Good. Think inhale and exhale. Good. Try it again. Inhale through your nose and exhale with a sigh. Inhale and exhale. Good. We'll go ahead and go into another stretch. We'll give ourselves a little bit of a second here. And go ahead into the next set. So each inhale, feel those muscles get a little bit tighter, and then exhale, release. Good. Probably one more. Good. Now we're going to go into the other side. You should be feeling a little bit buttery and a little bit looser on that one side. All right, we're going to get into this next one. Go ahead and reach forward. You should notice that your intensity is able to improve a little bit each time, or it goes down a little bit because it's getting easier. So inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Feel those muscles relaxing. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Go ahead and relax. So we're getting about 3 inhale, exhales, 3 to 4 for each stretch. So if you don't want to sit there and time yourself for it or have to count, then you can count by 3 to 4 nice deep breaths. Count this for yourself based on the time and how long I'm doing it, and see how many breaths it takes you to do it. And then you can go from there and use that as a way to track your time and frequency and whatnot. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel yourself getting a little bit stretchier. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. This leg should be feeling pretty good now at this point. So next, what we're going to get into is a butterfly stretch. So in your butterfly stretch, you're going to pull your feet in as far as you can go, like this. Pull those in there. And for this first stretch, we're just going to hold it right here. So go ahead and hold it here. Just get into the position, see how it feels and everything. Remember, your starting point is this. So from here on out, you're going to see improvements to your stretching so long as you are on top of it and just consistent with it, essentially. And it can go as far as you want it to go. So If you want to push yourself and get really flexible, you can do it. It's just going to require more time doing it and more frequency as well. If you're just looking to improve your day-to-day, improve soreness and that kind of thing, then doing this for a small amount of time before bed is going to help out, or even just a small amount of time after your workouts, your hard and heavy workouts, that kind of thing, or whenever you have the time, whatever works best for you. Just getting it in to some degree and trying it out a couple of times is going to help out a lot. So now that we are comfortable in this stretch, the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to put our arms down on our legs like this, and we're going to try and push down. So I'm pushing down with my elbows onto my legs a little bit. You're going to feel that stretch increase in intensity. So we're going to try and go to about a 30 to a 40%. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. And then after that, we're going to try and close our legs. So we're going to actually push into our elbows like this, and we're going to try and be closing our legs while we're pushing away, right? We're not going to let our legs close. And we're going to do that for 3 breaths. And then we're just going to sit up and feel how much more stretchy we are after that. You're going to see this one improve quite a bit just from these little flexes that we're doing. All right, so start off by elbows pushing down on your butterfly, get a little bit more intensity here. And we're gonna take our 3 deep breaths. So inhale, exhale. Good, inhale, exhale. Good, now we're gonna push up against our arms. Try your hardest to keep up the intensity a little bit the whole time. And we are going to inhale and exhale. Good, inhale, exhale. Good, keep fighting that. Inhale and exhale. Good, release. And you should notice that you are a little bit deeper into your butterfly. Go ahead and push down on that a little bit. We're just going to get a little bit more of a stretch here. Go about 20 to 30% intensity. This shouldn't be hard to hold. And just feel what that feels like and take a few more deep breaths. And think belly breaths. So we're trying to push this down into our diaphragm, into our lower belly. Good. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. We got our butterfly in. Hopefully you are feeling really stretchy and really good at this point. Next, we're going to get into our child's pose. So child's pose is going to get our lower back a little bit. This is one that a lot of us struggle with, especially when we're seated all the time or even just walking around all the time. This can get pretty tight. So we're going to spread knees out and toes come back. And then you're going to reach yourself forward like this. And the more that you crawl your hands out forward, the more you're going to get a stretch into your lats. So you can kind of use that if you're feeling tight there and want to stretch them out. You're also going to feel this stretch in your lower back, and then your hips should feel pretty good right now. And this kind of position is going to help us to make those feel a little bit better again. So crawl yourself out, and we're going to rest our head on the ground. And for this stretch, I'm going to go ahead and just let you breathe normally for this. And what we're going to do is our 30 seconds stretch here. So you can enjoy this for now until I get the timer. And then we'll go into our 30-second stretch. Walk those hands up as far as you can. Feel that stretch into your lats, into your lower back. Good, just relaxing into this one. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. We're going to pause for a second, and then we'll go back into our child's pose stretch. Just keep your shoulders moving a little bit. Hopefully you are feeling good and stretchy and relaxed. And yeah, we'll go into another set. We're going to stretch everything out, get into our child's pose, and start that timer again. Good, that's time. Hopefully you are feeling more relaxed and more tired. This is going to help you to sleep so well. What we've also noticed is this helps a ton with restless leg syndrome. So if you get the antsy legs that just feel like you got to keep moving them, stretching is going to help so much with that. Along with magnesium. If you're not taking magnesium at night and you feel like you might be low in magnesium, just not getting enough in through your food sources, which is pretty common, then supplementing with magnesium glycinate or theanine with your magnesium is going to help to get you into a more relaxed state. We'll go into our last one here. So go ahead and get into your child's pose stretch. Good. And we are done with our child's pose stretches. So next we're going to go into stretching out our triceps a little bit. So we do want to get a little bit of our upper body into here, get some arms into it. So we're going to take our arm and bend it like this down your back, and then you're going to pull on your tricep. And this pull you should feel all through this part of your arm. You might feel it a little bit in your lats as well. And we're just going to do that for 2 to 3 breaths. Good, last one. Good. Shake that out a little bit, and then we're going to get into our other arm. Again, 3 deep breaths. Good, and shake that out. So now we got a little bit of our triceps into there. Should be feeling pretty good with all of your lower body. You might feel a little bit into your quads. So we're going to do a little bit of a stretch for those here. So the stretch for your quads. Now this is going to be stretching your quads, a little bit of a lean back here. And as long as this does not hurt you in the spine area, then go ahead and lean back as far as you can with this. And again, we're just going to take a couple deep breaths here. So and with each deep breath, we're just asking those muscles to relax back a little bit further. Good. And another option for this stretch, if that one's not feeling very good for you, then you can get into a hip flexor stretch that also helps with your knees. So if your floor is pretty hard and this is not doable for you, it hurts your kneecap, go ahead and put something foamy or a blanket or a pillow underneath of your knee, and that will help with that. So what we're going to do is get into a right angle with this front foot here. We're going to bring our glutes underneath. So I'm slightly flexing my glute here. And then I'm going to grab my knee and pull back on it and feel that stretch. All right, the next stretch that we're going to be doing is going to be for our quads. So we hit our hamstrings, our calves a little bit. We've done our lower back into our hips. We've also done our lats and our triceps. So now we've got to hit our quads. So the front of us. So we're going to lean to the side here. So you can put your legs like this or tucked underneath a little bit. And you're going to lean forward a little bit. So I'm kind of twisting my body to this side. I'm going to also grab my foot here. And I'm going to twist just until I feel comfortable and until I'm at that RPE like 3 to 4. So think 30 to 40% intensity. That's where your pain should be. So like 30 to 40%. It shouldn't be so bad that it's like got a ripping feeling or anything like that. It's going to feel like think of a rubber band stretching a little bit. It's going to feel a little bit like that. But just each inhale and exhale that you do, just ask that muscle to relax a little bit more for you. So inhale and relax. Good. And if this is not like giving you anything, then I suggest bringing that knee back even further. You can push yourself in this to get even a deeper stretch by leaning more forward, pulling on your knee a little bit. So just go to where you are capable and you got that RP 3 to 4. Good. I'm going to show you from a little bit different angle this time so you can see it from the side. So we're going to be laying our feet down this way. We're going to grab our foot from the back here. And then we're just going to lean a little bit forward, pulling our leg back like this is going to stretch those quads out a ton. So knee coming back, nice deep breath. And exhale. Good. One more like that. So that's it. That was your pre-bed stretch. I hope that you are feeling noodly. I hope that you are feeling ready for bed and ready to relax. And yeah, I hope this helped you out. Please let me know any feedback that you have on this, any stretches that you'd like to see in the future, and I'll see you soon. Sweet dreams.